Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's time again to do another craft in my craft calendar, and tonight I'm going to use a printable of a envelope, and this is a print I have made from one of my old German books. This is from 1889. So it's one of the front pages on the book. I really find this beautiful, so I try to use it now and then. So, and this is a print from my porch print, but you can use your own envelope if you would like to. But take it apart so that you can embroider on it. That's what I'm going to do today, and decorate it with that. So take an envelope and craft with me, and let's see what we can make today. To get this a bit easier to sew in and a bit more sturdy, I have taken just a piece of white textile from an old bed linen. So I'm going to put that on the back of this envelope, so when I sew I have something more to sew in than just paper. Taking my glue stick just on the middle, and then I'm going to use my bookbinding glue on the edges. I will take a little bit off this edge so it won't be in the way when we are going to glue it together later on. Nobody will see this, so I don't need to be so neat when I cut it off. Then I'm gluing this edge properly, so nothing will get stuck in the textile when we use it as a pocket, which are my goal with this. This is also a little bit big. I thought I cut it in size, but maybe I was too afraid to cut off. Afraid to cut off too much. So then I'm taking my little piece of plastic, put my needles away for a while, and then I'm going to do a little pattern with my some more glue first. a bit of pattern with my little tool, just so we get some nice embroidery. And a little bit away with this way too. I'm not going all the way around. That's too neat. But two sides would work nicely. And then I'm thinking maybe something more here somewhere. Should we maybe do like a circle so it looks like a stamp from the envelope? Maybe some pattern in the middle, just so there is something interesting to see, some details. So I'm going for white thread. I think that is nice to this kind of pinkish tone, peachy. Maybe that is on the envelope. I think I will go with a little knot on the edge, just so I know that it stays in place. Then I'm just going to go up and down in the holes. You can do a few kind of like this if you want. A few at the same time. As long as you keep track on which one going up and which one going down. This is a very simple way to decorate an envelope. But it really looks like you have worked so much more on it. I think I need to put a little bit of tape to to be sure that it won't rip. Doing a few new ones as I have put the tape in, so there won't be any problem when I'm sewing. I didn't check if I had the right amount of holes, so I would get this on the back side, but it actually was. So we can end it on the back. So I'm just tying it off with a knot. Doing the same again when I'm starting with the round one. See if we are so lucky, so we have the same amount here, so we can go down and start over. I want this to be a circle, so I'm going to sew in every one of these. There we are. So I'm going up again. And going down in the empty one. So that I'm getting a whole circle filled up. Of course, it needed to be a little knot. The threads got stuck in each other. The old one and the new ones that I'm putting in now. Cut that thread off so it won't be a knot again. And then I'm going into the middle. I'm just doing the same, going up and down in the different holes, just to make a pattern. So don't need to be any special way. Just so it looks like a stamp with some kind of print. And going back down. And make a knot on the back. And I'm just going to take a piece of tape and put over this piece where I have sewn. So in case we put something into this, it won't get stuck. And to make sure, I put a little bit of glue on the tape on the edges so they won't curl up, as this is textile. like that, secured and not in the way. So let's do some more decoration on it. Should we go with white cheesecloth or should we go with the, I think we will go with the white. As we have the white thread, it could be cute with white cheesecloth. Piece of lace. A number, sample stamps, it's a bit too white, so we need to make it a bit more old. Like that. I'm just going to mark where the envelope will be closed. So we can see where we are going to decorate on the back side. We are going for a lace flower, putting a bit of distress on it. And I'm going to glue around the edge. I'll leave that to peek out. Let's see if we can go with a French knot. Doesn't be seen so much, but we can do a few anyway, so then we can put on some distress ink on them. Then they will be seen a lot better. Doing 4 loops in case you would like to do the same way. If you don't know what a French knot is, you can just go on YouTube and Google it, and I'm sure you will get a description on how to do them. It's super easy and looks a lot like professional. Up, go up with your needle so you have the whole thread. Take this thread with the other hand. Take your needle and do 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do more or less, but I'm doing 4. Taking the edge of my needle, I put it right beside the other where the thread gets up. Keeping this tight all the way, pushing this down with the needle down. Push it through, holding this thread still and pulling it through and we get a knot. Let's do one on each of these middle pieces on the flower. Don't let go of the thread too early. 1, 2, 3, 4. And down with the needle and the thread. Hold your thumb on the thread and pull the needle through. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and there you can let go and you have a knot. One more. And if you don't get a knot, just do another one beside it and try to hold your thread a bit harder. It's probably that you have let go of the thread too early, and then it will just be like a stitch. I will do the same on this little embroidered piece. I'm going to take a piece of tape and glue it on top of this so it won't be in the way and get stuck if you put something in the pocket. Putting some glue for safety in case I have something on my fingers that making it less sticky. Often I have glue on all my fingers, so putting some distress on it so we can see the knots a little bit better. Maybe a label. These are Tracy Fox's labels. Crumble it. To make it look a little bit more old. Putting ink from behind so I'm sure it won't peek out any white edges. Putting it on a piece of paper that is a bit damaged. My print color ink didn't work, so it was a bit pinkish on a part of the print. So I just used the part that was okay, and as this is a little bit pink, I can use it without problems as a little extra background on this. Another piece from an old book from 1849. It's just that piece that is written often in the second page, who has printed it and which year. I always save those pages in old books, even if they are boring, the rest of them. Then I can use the piece with the year print like this. Okay, let's glue it together. And then I will even glue this down. And then I will just rip it up like it's been sent and open. Like in the mail. A little rough, so you can get some nice edges like that, and then give them some distress. So then we have a envelope that really looks like it's old and torn. Putting down the rest of the paper so it won't get stuck. Now it looks like a really old envelope with a nice piece of lace on it. So let's not overdo it, leave it like that, and then go for this one. I have just printed this, and then I'm going to use just some ink on the back so it looks like it's not so white. Going for antique linen mostly. A little bit of vintage photo, but not so much. And not everywhere, just on part of the paper. Then I have this picture of an old home, and I thought we could do that as a little piece that will follow the letter. Just checking so we can get it inside without problem. Yes. And I want to back it with someone. Maybe we can just use a piece of old book paper. That way. In like that. So then we have a cute writing space to put as a floating pocket in our journal, and the little embroidery make it so much more. So you don't need to do much, but this little makes a big difference when you have some stitches on it. Looks much more worked than if you haven't done this. Okay guys, this was day 23. We have one more day to craft before this craft calendar ends. In Sweden we have our Christmas Day or Christmas Eve on the 24th. So see you again tomorrow with our last craft session. So until next time, bye bye from Sweden.